like we were kind of memeing at the start, and then we realized that like it was actually possible to win this, so we started trying.
Nasho won that one, and we raised $450 plus $60 from the stream to go towards TeamSeas, which was pretty sick. You beat Yellowfish by 3 seconds to get the world record, which is nuts.
I think we can get 100. Honestly, I think we can.
Alright, cool. We'll go for it at one point. What was your favorite COD, Jake?
Because I played it the most, probably BO3.
Alright lads, welcome back to the Inside Minecraft podcast. This is the podcast regarding everything you need to know inside Minecraft. I am back again as the host, Insane Orbitzz, joined again with the co-host, Jakester MCPE.
Hello everyone, I hope you guys have had a great week. We have a lot to talk about on this episode.
Before we get into that though, Jake, how have you been? Have you had a busy week? Anything interesting happen since the last podcast?
Nothing interesting for me personally. You know, I've just done a bit of editing on my video, which is probably going to come out in like a month, but other than that, not really.
You've also been doing a bit of speedrunning, which we'll get into later in the podcast, right?
Right, yeah, exactly.
I haven't done much either. Been working a lot. Kind of gotten a little bit back into streaming. Also taking a bit of a break from YouTube again. Mainly because I haven't been too dedicated to it, which is annoying. But I've been a little bit more focused on getting the podcast up and running. And it seemed you all enjoyed the last episode. I mean, Jake, have you read the comments by any chance?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's been some great feedback. You know, the analytics are showing that as well. It's like really encouraging for us.
And of course, even though we have talked about the analytics, I can't say it properly. Don't bully me, please. Although we have talked about it, doesn't mean this is the only reason we're doing the podcast. Of course, they're nice to look at. I'm not going to deny that fact. But the podcast is mainly because we enjoy it. And I like to call this a passion project, right, Jake? I'm assuming it's a passion project for you.
That's a good word for it, yeah.
And obviously we've got the Inside Highlights channel running up right, Inside Minecraft Highlights channel up and running right now. We're also on Spotify finally. We got on Spotify straight after the last podcast. So that is linked below. And if you're listening on YouTube, very epic. If you're listening on Spotify, even bloody cooler. The stats there are looking very good. I'll have to show you those after the podcast, Jake.
Are we going to be able to get video on Spotify? Is that possible?
It's a bit weird how it works. You can, but in all honesty, I don't really see the point of it because most people have Spotify and Spotify Premium. I know when I listen to the... one of my favorite podcasts to listen to right now is the Gamemode podcast. That's one of the things that inspired me to get this up and running. And Jake, you were the first person I asked, so it's our podcast. It's mine and Jake's podcast, but I was the one who pitched the idea. Either way, I just put that on, I lock my phone, and I just slap it in my pocket. It's you know, it's a lot more easier than having to worry about watching a video, if that makes sense.
Right, yeah.
That's why I'm glad we're not only on YouTube. Obviously, there's a lot of places you can check us out, but the main ones we want you to support us on will be in the description below. And anywhere else you can find us, fair bloody play. So the first topic of the podcast, Drake, I said I'd mention it in this podcast. MCC happened on Saturday. Did you watch it by any chance, or did you only watch the highlights?
I'm gonna be honest, I only watched the highlights because I think I was streaming. Which we'll talk about what happened on that stream in a little bit, but yeah, I only watched the highlights of it.
Oh, okay. I was out for dinner. Myself and Dave, aka my girlfriend, whose real name isn't getting revealed, took my mom and my dad out for dinner, so we missed MCC. But the next day, on Sunday, I watched H-Bomb's POV. H-Bomb was part of the winning team. Aqua Axolotls, I believe that's how you pronounce it, beat Yellow Yak, 3-0 in Dodgeball. I'm sure you watched that part because we watched it before the podcast, right?
Yeah.
That was a whitewash. That was outrageous, and I think it was, I can't remember who it was, but they clutched the 2v1 in the final round of Dodgeball to make them win 3-0, which was crazy. I'm pretty sure Yellow Yaks were the ultimate winner. Like, do you know, like, you can qualify to Dodgeball through points, right? The top 2 people qualify.
Yeah.
I think Yellow Yaks finished first and Aqua finished second. They both dominated that MCC. I was watching it. For the most part, they were finishing both teams in the top 4 every single game, which is not exactly too normal for MCC for these, like, for 2 teams who absolutely just wiped the competition like that. Have you watched any previous MCCs, Jake?
Yeah, I used to be a really big fan of MCC, but like as they went on, it got a bit like repetitive, and I mean, I really enjoyed like the ones with obviously Technoblade, Tommy in it, you know, Dream, all of them together. They were really entertaining for me.
That's because that was good teams to pick from. In all honesty, It's nice. I think I'm getting back into MCC again because they're starting to introduce brand new creators. I can't remember if I don't know if they've been in one previously, but Purpled was in the new MCC joke. And then obviously I like the teams. Like, I agree with you a little bit that some of the players are getting a bit repetitive. I'd love to see some more MCCR. That would be very sick. Or just
yeah,
MCCs
that'll be great.
I mean, we were talking about it a little bit before the podcast, right, Joe? We're not going to reveal the team that we'd apply with, but me and Ju said we'd like to be on a team together, right?
Yeah, that'll be awesome, honestly.
As well as MCC happening over the weekend, on the exact same day, Hive Masters also happened. In case you don't know what this is, because it's a smaller tournament, per se. I mean, you know what, Jake? I've done a little bit too much talking. Can you describe to us what Hive Masters is, please?
Yeah, so it's just I mean, I would say it's quite a big tournament, hosted by Avery or Dab, which takes place every month, I would say.
Yeah, every single month.
Was just targeting smaller sized Hive creators, which is really cool, and it gets a lot of recognition. I believe it's streamed on Twitch. I could be wrong though.
I know it was streamed somewhere. I don't think it was on Avery's channel. It could be. Actually, it might have been. I'm not sure, but I know it was streamed on Twitch. But carry on, Jake. Sorry. So who won this week's Hive Masters?
So for this week's Hive Masters, it was Rubixel and Fembred, two pretty well-known YouTubers. Rubixel got YouTube rank a couple months ago. Pretty well-known. Fembred, well-known for his highly edited montages. We're crowned the winners.
They just about won that, by the way. I think they won by about 10 or 20 points. So it's a very narrow win. And I gotta say, they did quite good to win it. I didn't watch the games back, so I don't exactly know how that went. I just wanted to mention it because it is a big tournament in the Hive community, and I want to give more recognition to that, per se. And it also leads into the fact that you've won a Hive Masters before, Jake.
Yeah, the very first Hive Masters that went on, which was, I think, a couple months ago. I originally wasn't in the tournament. I think it was someone had to go or something, and I was subbed in with Super, who also wasn't in the tournament. We were kind of just memeing. I decided to stream it live on my Twitch. Like we were kind of memeing at the start, and then we realized that like it was actually possible to win this, so we started trying. And we literally wiped like most of those games. I think we got either first or second every time.
It's just a little bit crazy that you two went into it not even meaning to be in the tournament, to having fun, to then going on and winning the first Hive Masters.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's a tournament that could be pretty big in the future as well. That could be like, it's a bit like Hive Gauntlet. Slowly over time it's grown and everybody knows what Hive Gauntlet is now. And eventually a lot of people are going to know what Hive Masters is as well. And you can say that you were the first winner of this tournament, which is pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of tournaments you've won, you've also won the Galactite tournament, which we touched on last week. Just in case, if you haven't watched the first episode of the podcast, 100% recommend it. It went pretty well. People seem to enjoy it. But can you give us a little brief down as well, like a little briefing, I guess, as well, of how that tournament went, roughly, Jake? The Galactite one?
So the Galactite one was hosted, I think, about 4 months ago, I want to say, which consisted of a Kronos tournament, but a mega version. So there was 16 people on each team. There was 4 teams, so it was so 2 of those teams were on the European version, and 2 of the teams were on the NA version, or North America. I was on EU along with a couple other people who were NA, but like were put on the EU team to like make the numbers fair and stuff. So I was on EU. We won our first round against the other EU player, and I think we almost lost the second round against the first NA, and then brought it back in the end. But it was a crazy event. It was pretty hectic. I'm not gonna lie. I mean like 16 people on a team on a huge map, like in a VC. It was quite hectic, but I had a ton of fun. You know, it was really well made and managed. Yeah.
Just to cover up some missed parts here, but to, you know, correct any confusion. This was a Kronos tournament, so this was hosted on Kronos, and it was a limited time event that the public could play, but then they also made it into a tournament which you had to apply for, and it was run by the Galaxite mods and helpers. It wasn't actually run by Galaxite. It was done by, I think, I don't want to say one specific host here, but one of the ones I do know is Dumb But Not Young, or Kara. She was one of the hosts of this tournament. And it went pretty sick, actually. And on the topic of outside tournaments, I finished second in one, Jake. I think you remember that because of
Oh,
how
I do
lost
remember
it.
that.
Was a little bit sad. If I can find one, there'll be a clip of me losing on the screen, which isn't the best of memories. I think it was a pretty sick tournament though. I enjoyed it. Did you apply for this one, Jake, or did you not apply for this one to get in?
I think I did apply for this one, but I didn't meet the requirements because I didn't have. Oh, I didn't have 3K at the time, which is like.
That was summer. That was the summer
Yeah.
blast tournament. You have blown up a lot recently since then, huh? You've
Yeah.
done really well for yourselves. I finished second in that tournament. I did pretty bloody well as well. I went into that. I remember talking to my mum and dad downstairs before I streamed it. I was like, I don't think I'm going to do too well. There's a lot of Hive sweats. I'm specifically saying Hive here because Galaxy PvP is a lot different. There's a lot of sweats here that are going to do way better than me. And then I ended up coming second. And I'm not going to talk about the winning part of it. I'm not going to get into that, otherwise we'll go down a massive rabbit hole. I'm just going to leave it at the fact that I finished second and it was a good tournament and I really enjoyed it. On the topic of tournaments that I was in, I've also hosted 2 tournaments. I've hosted the TeamSeas tournament, which was pretty good. Ignacio won that one and we raised $450 plus $60 from the stream to go towards TeamSeas, which was pretty sick. It was and like you did a great job with all the editing, Jake, and you also did all the back scenes, was it back end development for that
Organization, yeah.
How did that feel? I kind of put it all on you. Were you all right with that?
Yeah, no, I had a good time like talking to them behind the scenes, just see what they were doing, see what was happening in their minds,
And organizing the event as well.
Yeah, I think the stream went really well.
Other than the echo. And Potato did a great job of helping me host that. And then I went on to host the Hive UVE tournament also, which, speaking of Drake winning tournaments again, you also won this one.
Yeah. Oh god. This was a tournament I came into like knowing it was going to be tough, seeing as my lineup was pretty difficult, I would say.
Can you tell us who you had to face, Jake, so we know the 3 people?
Yeah,
You made a video about this, which you can go and find on Jake's channel, but can you give us a little rundown, Jake, of how it worked?
Yeah, so my first opponent was Evident P, who's a known like trapping YouTuber, but he's sort of transitioned away into more I don't want to say generic, but is that a bad word for it?
He's gone from trapping to more Hypixel style content, to say the least.
Yeah, but on the Hive, of course.
On the Hive, of course, yes.
Yeah. And I think people are enjoying that more because trapping for like a year and a bit can just get boring for content. Because, this at the end of the day, like the same thing happens every time.
I still think he shouldn't have transitioned away from it completely, and I think he is trying to bring it back. I think there was a video coming up. He said he had planned in his Discord to do with trapping. But I think his new content style is really good. I enjoy it, to say this, and I think you do, Jake, because you were talking about it. But I still hope that Evidence starts putting trapping back into those videos, because it'd be pretty fun to see. So you had to face Evident.
Yeah, so faced Evident.
Sorry about this.
Not a lot of people. Huh?
Sorry about this lineup for putting it on you.
Oh no, it's all good. Yeah, so faced Evident. A lot of people see him as a trapping YouTuber, as I say, but he's actually very underrated. Which he doesn't show a lot on his stream because he's usually just having fun. But like when he's trying to actually play the game, like he is a really solid player. And especially due to the tournament being hosted on North America, which I'm European. That puts me at like quite a big disadvantage on the first round.
Exactly, yeah. But you went on to win it.
Yep, needless to say, I won that round. Won both those rounds actually. It was pretty close at the start. The first of that round. We were kind of just trading. We were getting pretty close. And then a couple minutes went by, nothing was really happening, and then I snuck up behind him while we were just talking in DC. It was quite funny actually. Because he was just asking where I was, and I was just saying, "Oh, I'm nowhere. Don't worry." And while I'm saying that, I'm just like running right behind him, knocking him off. Second round, second round went a bit similar. It was mainly just a lot of trading.
Who was it
until
against,
the end.
Jake? You're forgetting?
No, I'm still talking about Evident.
Oh, you're still talking about Evident. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I thought
Like the second of those rounds.
Got you.
Yeah, so as I say, it was just a lot of trading, a lot of running around, and then obviously our resources were getting low. I'm pretty sure like he ran out of blocks or something, but I bowed him off at the end, and yeah, that led me on to my next matchup, which was Seaman Wizard, another terrifying opponent, um, which was just not really good for me considering my bracket was so difficult at the start.
I gave you some of the harder opponents to see if you could match up against them, because I know you're quite good at PvP. And I know Evident and both Seaman Wizard are also pretty good at PvP. And NA players giving them the advantage against you.
Yeah, so I was nervous for both of those rounds, like massively, because I know Seaman clicks pretty high. Like he jitters like what 16 or something, which is just kind of insane. He's NA, which is an advantage for him, and he's just an all-round really good player in Skywars. But the thing is, you did like weird kind of unknown maps for this tournament, right, Orbitzz?
Yeah, I thought I mean, this was in January, I believe the tournament was hosted. The Christmas maps are still around, but I chose a Christmas map for the final, which we'll get into, which was only a Christmas map. And for the other two maps, I chose ones that you don't normally see in. It was a semi-final. That was only a Christmas map, and I chose it to switch up a little bit because these tournaments are 1v1s on squads. They're the generic ones that you can clutch on pretty easily. So I thought I'd switch up a little bit and choose maps that both you, Seaman and Evident, or anyone else in the tournament would have to train for, if that makes sense. You wouldn't just go into, like, Castle was the final map, of course, because that's a generic 1v1 map. But I didn't want to do Castle every single one where you, like, for instance, you've practiced 1v1 on Castle so much to the point where you know your ins and outs of the map. You probably know every single ore rotation on that map.
Yeah, exactly.
So I wanted to switch up a little bit for this tournament.
Yeah, so that put me at a very, well, I wouldn't say put me at a disadvantage, but it put
an even advantage.
Seaman. Yeah, but the thing is, Seaman didn't train at all on any of these maps. So when it came to the first round, he actually had no idea where any of the middle chests were.
Oh no.
So while I was in like the middle what do you call it? Like the middle house, I think. The middle kind of,
yeah, the middle area, I guess. You can say.
Yeah. He was still in the middle, but he was in the outside looking like outside at the trees to see if there's any ender chests there, and there was literally nothing.
Oh no.
And in VC he was just screaming, you know, where are the chests? And I was just laughing. Just taking out everything.
Did you not help him?
I told him in the end and he figured
It's a little bit cruel.
I mean, I gotta take whatever. I mean, when I'm like, when the odds are that against me, I gotta take anything.
Oh, exactly. Plus, it's a tournament. You want to win, didn't you? You 2-0'd Seaman, I believe, right?
I did, yeah. Yeah. So I was. He got full diamond at the end, but I'm pretty sure I had way more resources at that point because it took him longer to loot.
Yeah. Exactly.
The first round. But the second round, it was quite trady. A lot of running around, and I think I was really low on the second round. I think I was on about 2 hearts at the end. I thought I was gonna lose, to be honest. Then I remembered I had a gap in my inventory. He hit me like away. He snowballed me away. I gapped like in the air. He didn't see it. He was like backed up at a corner trapped, on about 2 hearts as well, which I didn't really know because I couldn't hit him with my bow. And I just said YOLO and I went for it and I like trapped us in the box.
Then you went on to win that game and then first Hypixel in the final. Quickly, before you get to this, sorry Jake, I just want to quickly give a bit of context here. Seaman beat Turbo Pig in the first round, and then for Hypixel to get to the final, he beat Kings in the quarterfinals, and Prime beat GM19. Hypixel then beat Prime, and then Hypixel went into the finals. In case you haven't noticed a trend here, on the left side, which was Hypixel's side, it was all upcoming in quotation marks creators, and then on the right side, which was Jake's side, was all established creators. Hence the UVE tournament. It was upcoming versus established, just to see out of those 4 people who was the best upcoming, out of those 4 people who was the best established. And then it brings us to Jake versus Hypixel in the final. Sorry to cut you off there, Jake. Just wanted to give a little bit of a backstory.
We're all good, yeah.
So give us the final then, go on.
Yeah, so the final came around. I heard it was Hypixel that won, and I was feeling a lot more confident than my other first 2 rounds. For sure, because I know Prime Strat is a really good player. I've 1v1 him quite a bit. He's really underrated when it comes to Skywars 1v1s. He can put up a good matchup. But I mean, he threw or something. He threw something in the in the semi-final.
Yeah, myself and Potato thought he was going to beat Hypixel, and then Hypixel just came out of nowhere and got the win, which was a big shock. Not because of skill level, just because we genuinely thought Prime was up so many hits, but apparently not.
Yeah, so Hypixel isn't really known for his PvP, which I don't think he minds me saying that at all. He's more just of a entertaining kind of YouTuber.
Yeah,
He's not really known for his PvP, and I was feeling a lot more confident in the first 2 rounds. But I was never going to get too cocky because I mean, obviously everyone knows, we all know karma exists. And I was really, really hoping that didn't happen.
Plus, it was a tournament for charity. It was on Make-A-Wish. So in the end, Make-A-Wish was the winner no matter what. Of course, you want to win it for bragging rights, but you don't want to get too cocky in a charity tournament.
Exactly, yeah. So the first round comes. This ended really quickly. Hypixel came to mid in about full diamond, which is pretty lucky, I would say.
Yeah.
It doesn't usually happen. You're usually about like
especially in Castle.
Some chain armor. Some chain armor and a bit of diamond armor. He came full diamond. I came about like a 1 diamond piece, the rest chain or something. I tried to grab anything I got in the chest. He instantly rushed me from the other side of mid, which is not that far at all. It's like 20 blocks. You as well. Almost killed me. Yeah, I was on the ropes. I was running away.
Corner. He physically pushed you up in the corner.
Yeah, everyone thought he was gonna win this round. I was just trying to remain calm. He was like laughing in VC, thinking he was gonna like win, and I couldn't let it happen. So I finally got the legs on, which I was trying to put on in the chest. Didn't have enough time to. I finally got the legs on. I don't think I was still full diamond though at that point.
No,
I was really low.
Yeah.
I was really low, so I decided to make a break for it while he was trying to build up to me. So I break the leaves strategy where I go in between the leaves and castle. If anyone's seen that happen before. I run around, get a bit of redstone, get like one or 2 redstone. Pop a speed book. I see he's like behind me. He's running behind me. I'm about like 3 hearts or so. He's running behind me. So I pop a swiftness. I turn around. I turn around and just continue just to combo him straight into the void.
He clutched.
Although I didn't touching me. He did clutch. Yeah, he died of fall damage.
It was so funny. I don't know. Like I obviously Hypixel obviously wouldn't take this in a bad way. It was so funny. I was just like, he's clutched, but he's died. It's like, oh no. And then obviously the second game was pretty just a swipe, right?
Yeah, it was a bit of
Sweep, sorry.
Okay, I can't let this happen again. You've got to go.
And then you just rolled him, and Hypixel lost. But I mean, looking on it now, Hypixel wasn't known for his PvP, but he's now won a Hive Masters as well, and he's done pretty well. He did decent in the Galactic tournament. I think he's gone a lot better at PvP, so maybe we can see him perform a lot better in tournaments against you. Who knows?
Yeah.
Obviously, if you want to see this, actually, you know what, Jake? I'll let you promote. It's your video. Where can people find this video, or like if they want to see the visual aspects of this, or it's cut down into about 10 minutes? Where can they find the video?
Yeah, so you can find it on the Jakester YouTube channel. Pretty awesome channel, I would say. It's my most recent video. It's my most recent video. It's honestly like one of my proudest videos I've worked on because of just the execution and like all like the point of views and stuff. It worked really well. I'm really proud of it. Yeah. So if you guys want to go check that out, feel free to.
Speaking of Jake being really competitive, speedrunning has become very popular on the Hive within the last week. We recorded our podcast last Monday, and then about Wednesday, speedrunning just became a popular niche out of nowhere. Of course, it's always been a big thing in the Minecraft community. We see people like Coroway, Feinberg, a lot of other Java speedrunners speedrunning Minecraft, but all of a sudden, everybody, including yourself, Jake, wants to speedrun Hive Skywars. Do you have any clue where this has come from? Yeah,
so it all started really when our good friend Yellowfish decided to start grinding out for the Hive Skywars Solo.
This was 7 months ago.
7 or 8 months ago, yeah.
How does this relate to the last week?
well, like, because it has been beaten then. Like, it's been like 7 or 8 months since anyone set a record for it.
Yeah.
No one really tried to go for it. I know there's a couple people that were going for like behind the scenes.
No, publicly,
yeah, and then like a week and a bit ago, a YouTuber called It's Auto uploaded a video or started streaming saying attempting to beat Potato Pie 25's Skywars Solo Speedrun, because he was about like
16th, 17th.
Yeah, he wasn't even like close to number one, but it was just
It's Potato Pie, isn't it? Of course.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, so I don't even think Potato actually went for it when he got it. I think he was just playing Skywars, and then someone said in this chat or something like, "Oh, by the way, that's like top 16 on the leaderboard or something."
I was like, "Oh, sick."
But yeah, so so he decided to make a whole video dedicated to beating Potato Pie's record, which I mean, it was kind of like an experience video. I mean, I thought it was funny. I enjoyed it.
It was a good video, yeah.
Yeah, so that happened. It got uploaded. It got a few laughs. You know, it was pretty cool. And then Potato Pie watched it, and he was like, and he was also going in like with the memes, and he made it like a whole stream dedicated to taking it back.
Did he get
the record back? I think he got it back. Not on that stream, but like just after that stream or something. He got it back like off camera, but he uploaded it. So he got that back. I think it was like 2 seconds like faster than Otto's like beaten one that he got. So Otto was like, all right, let's do this again. So Otto tries to beat Potato's record again. And something pretty unexpected happens. So when he's speedrunning, you know, he's getting a bit close, and then at one point, I'm pretty sure he was streaming, I'm not 100% sure, but he managed to get a 1 minute 14 second run, which, if you guys don't know, is world record, but the only thing is, it wasn't verifiable. Because
why is that the case?
Because the rules state on speedrun.com for the Hive, for example, a Skywars speedrun, you need to have 12 to 8 people in that game without them leaving until the game starts. It turns out there was 8 people in the game at the start, and then during warm-up, someone left, which...
Oh, that sucks.
Which is awful.
Oh, that's horrible. So wait, if they leave when there's like warm-ups done, is the speedrun over still?
I mean, it's over. Like, if there's 7 people or less, it's over. There has to be 8 or more.
On Treasure Wars, you can like just win. You can get the speedrun with 4 people minimum in the game.
Yeah, I think that's because it's like a -4 kind of situation. I think
something
because like 12 minus 4 is 8, right? 8 minus 4 is 4.
But on the 8-player maps, you can go down to 4 players on Treasure Wars, and it'd still be a verifiable speedrun.
Yeah. So so everyone thought he had beaten it. And it had to go to the mods to realize that it wasn't verifiable, which was like he was like devastated.
Pain.
It was pretty funny though to see like how he was going to beat Potato's record and ended up getting a world record time almost a world record time, but not a world record run.
Quotation marks, yeah.
Yeah. So I think Potato just like started a trend. He decided to like, okay, this is a great time to just continue like streaming this. So he just started streaming Skywars speedruns, and he got pretty close at some points. He kept throwing a lot, you know, casual potato
pie moment, potato pie void.
I think actually at one point he was literally on a world record pace, and then some guy like he tried hitting someone off and they didn't void.
Oh no.
And then he lost it. But yeah, he was trying for like 3 or 4 days. Went on a holiday, which was more like 2 days ago, like, at the time I'm recording this. Yeah. So he went on holiday. Nothing was really happening. Now he's talking about me.
Can I pause you here very quickly before you say this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just so we can compare what you're about to say to this other stuff. Okay. This isn't me cutting you off. Sorry, Jake. It's just this is good. Okay. So currently, in recent days, Auto has how you pronounce it has a 1 minute 28 second run 4 days ago. So this podcast is coming out Friday. We record it on a Monday. So they are 14th with a run of 1 minute 28 seconds as of 4 days ago. Prime Strat is in 11th with a 1 minute 25 second run as of 2 days ago. Potato Pie 25 is in 9th with a run of 1 minute 23 seconds as of 5 days ago. And somebody called VYC_ has a run of 1 minute 18 seconds seconds as of 4 days ago. And then Palmsy, this isn't in the recent week, but this is somewhat recent, is in 4th with a 1 minute 16 second run as of a month ago. Now, Jake, I just wanted people to compare the recent day runs to what you're about to say. Take the floor. Go on.
Yeah, so there's been a ton of recent really close runs to the world record, which can be seen in both the actual statistics and how many people are attempting it. So yeah, the strategy is literally go pillars, play the map pillars because it's such a small map.
Close islands, yeah.
Yeah, close islands. Side rush either horizontally and then diagonally. Yeah. And then just hope other people void during that. Get a couple pearls or whatever. But basically, I wasn't really in the Skywars speedrunning trend on Saturday. I was like, you know what? I still want to upload because if you guys don't know, I'm trying to make a normal speedrunning video, so a Minecraft Java speedrunning video.
Just seems to be a big thing for you right now, huh? You just got really into speedrunning, no matter what it is.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's very difficult. It's there's a ton to learn. One wrong move and it's over.
As long as you enjoy it, though, that's what it matters.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I was gonna speedrun for about 3 or 4 hours and then probably end stream. And we all know how like Minecraft seeds work, right? I was resetting seeds to hopefully get a good seed and play it for the actual like normal speedrun. And I was completely getting rolled on seeds. Like there was literally no good seeds for about 3 hours. I got about 5 playable seeds, which is just terrible.
Going a little bit off topic here, Jake.
Yeah. I mean, it's all building up. Okay.
Alright. I just don't want you confusing people, right? We want people to be on track. So you're confusing me a little bit now.
No. Okay. So I asked my chat, right? I'm like, okay,
going back to the Hive here, or
yeah. Okay, should I try and go for this Skywars speedrun everyone's talking about? And everyone seems a lot more enthusiastic about that because of how hard a time I was having.
Were you speedrunning Java before you on that stream?
Yes.
Oh,
I had no intention.
Sorry. Okay, got you. And then you decided to start speedrunning Hive.
Yeah, exactly.
My bad. Sorry, that's me being silly then. Sorry.
Yeah, so I loaded up the Hive after like 2 weeks of not playing it. I was pretty rusty at the start, and about like 45 minutes later of just resetting games, I queued into a game with Otto. Funny enough, I queued into a game with Otto,
which is nuts.
Yeah, who had been running at that time for quite a bit. He was still going for it. He was still trying it, which was very much respectable. He's going for like a few days now. And yeah, it was pillars. I got in a game with Otto. I side rushed. I had about a couple pearls. And instantly about like 4 people just voided off start. I killed about 3 people. Went to mid. There was 2 guys fighting in really low armor. And I literally like 2-tapped both of them. And then get this, there's 1 more person left. I was about like 55 seconds into the run. There's 1 more person left.
Who is it, Jake? Go on.
You're not gonna believe who it is. It's Otto himself.
Oh, that must be. Does he know? He knows about this, I assume.
He
right?
knew, but he didn't know about it at the time. But yeah. So the final kill I got to get. Oh, hold on. So the final kill. I was about 55 seconds. I see Otto. He's in really low armor. Not really low. He's about like half armor. I had better stuff than him. We fight it out. He almost knocks me off. I have the clutch, which is like a time loss. I have the clutch. I managed the clutch barely. I snowball him. I get him in a combo, and the game's over. It's done. I look in the top right, and I see about
1 minute 10 seconds gone on the clock.
Yeah, I see about like 1 minute 52, like from 10 minutes. Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, did I just do it? Like, because the current record was a minute 14, I believe.
Yeah,
or a minute 16.
Our friend Jellyfish with 1 minute 14 seconds 8 months ago. I have the site up right now.
Yeah, and I think he was in the chat. Yellowfish was in the chat. He literally joined a couple of games ago. He joined the chat a couple of games ago, and he said world record pace when I saw Otto. I was like, I started like freaking out because I don't know if I got it, and he confirms that's it. That's the time.
Do you remember what time you got, Jake?
I think I got.
I can tell
it was
you
a minute.
If you get it wrong.
It was a minute 8 in game time, but like retimed it was a minute 11
How
seconds.
does that work? Can you explain it to me if it was a minute 8 but then it.
I'm
got
not
retimed.
entirely sure, but it could just be like delay in the timer itself on Hive. I don't know, but it was retimed in minute 11, which is 3 or so seconds off world record.
You
Or
beat
3 or so seconds.
Yellowfish by
Yeah.
3 seconds, and let me do the maths here really quickly. Hold up. Actually, not sure. You beat Yellowfish by 3 seconds to get the world record, which is nuts.
Yeah. So he was in chat, like he kind of like knew it was gonna happen at one point that the record was gonna be beaten, so he didn't really care. Because originally, he didn't like want me to beat it because he knew I probably could have beaten it, but like because he kind of left Hive at this point, he didn't want like that was his last thing, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
That was his last thing he had. So I was obviously like gonna be respectful, but ever since all this like trend, I asked him like, "Yo, can I try this at one point?" And he was like, permission granted. I was like, all right, let's go.
Out of curiosity, I just want to see. Huh? No, sorry, carry on, and I'll get to my question after. My bad. Carry on, what you said.
Yeah. So, so I completed the run. Otto was completely oblivious. I watched his stream back actually.
Oh, he was live as well.
He was live as well.
Oh, okay.
I had no idea. I watched his stream back, and he was like, "That was it. That was it," and he had absolutely no idea. It was even a nicked player. It was even me. He knew previously because I queued into his games a few times. He knew previously there was like nicks because of the obvious random names.
Yeah.
But I kid you not, I had one of the best nicknames I've ever seen. It was like undetectable.
Can you remember what it was by any chance? Actually, don't say it. Just actually, yeah. Why not?
Okay, it was like Magic CQP and then a bunch of numbers. Like that's something like there was no like
Xbox name. Yeah.
Exactly. There's nothing like Deadbot or like XQVWXRT or something like that.
Yeah.
It was literally perfect. I get in a call with Otto, and I was like, Otto, and he joins, and he's like, yo, congrats, I heard you got it. I was like, what do you mean you heard you got it? Did you not see? I was like, what do you mean? So I started screen sharing me running back my run, and he just sees his name as the final kill, and I just started dying.
Oh no.
Otto at this current time, Otto has been screwed over by 2 world records now. If I had died, which you're probably like,
sorry?
Huh?
What was the first?
The first one was.
Oh,
the
sorry.
First one
of course,
was
getting denied. Yeah, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you probably can like play a clip or something, but like you can see I almost died, and he almost got about like a 1 minute like 7 run or so, 1 minute 6 run, which is even more insane.
Yeah.
Because I kind of threw at the start. But yeah, like, God, I mean, it's probably gonna be beaten soon to the amount of people playing it. But like
I'm gonna beat it.
Of course, yeah, you're just incredible. Of course.
I know, thank you.
But the fact I got it within people trying for days and days and like almost a week, Otto's been trying it. I got it in like literally under an hour, and people were like, "What? Hi!" You know what I mean?
was also live at the time, wasn't he? He queued into one of the games when I joined the stream, I believe.
Do you want to talk about his run?
I have no clue because I joined your stream, saw Evident, queued your game, watched a little bit, and I took off to dinner. So I'm completely out of the loop. That's why I'm letting you take full control because I know nothing. So go on in. What's the deal with the Evident run?
Okay, so this is Evident was obviously he gets a bit like how many views? Like 600 average views on YouTube. He was streaming.
Yes.
Go on. Do you want me to talk about this or not?
I actually want to know because I've heard something, but I don't exactly know how it works.
Okay.
So yeah, go on.
Okay, so he was about 600 viewers or whatever. I don't know the exact amount, but I'm just guessing. That's probably like the amount. He was streaming, going for the run. Well, I don't think he was really going for it. He was kind of just messing about, and then there was about like 7 or 8 snipers in his game.
Oh no!
And he was like, "Oh, don't worry, guys. I don't care if you snipe." I was like, "Oh."
I wonder where this is going.
And then he gets in the game. Not even pillars, by the way. Not even pillars. You know it's not. You know it's like it's sus when it's not pillars. He goes into Wildwood. The map Wildwood, like a really long map, like very spread out.
Crap map for
and just
speedrunning.
And randomly like a couple snipers just kill 2 nons, and then 7 people just jump up.
Why isn't that a legit run then?
I mean, because he encouraged people to snipe. Like there's like the 7 or 8 people in his game, and at the end when he gets, I think this final time was 57 seconds.
That should be world record.
It's not verifiable though because it's just cheated. Like he told people.
Then, this
told
leads me into
people.
a question. Can I? So this isn't taking anything away from your run, by the way. I think it's amazing that you got the world record. I think it's very sick, and I'm very happy for you. So this isn't me taking away from your run. Out of curiosity, since Auto was also in your game speedrunning, and you were two different speedrunners in the same game, but you killed him in the final, do you see that run as good as it could have been if he wasn't in the game, for example? Like, obviously, still, I would take it. I'd be like, oh yeah, I got a world record. I'm not taking anything away from your run, but because there was also someone else speedrunning in the game, technically in quotation marks helping, are you gonna try and possibly speedrun again to try and get one on your own? But then there's also not to say that there's someone in that game speedrunning, if that makes sense. But are you gonna, like, do you think you'll redo it, or do you think you'll only do that if someone takes it?
I mean, in this situation, it's just players being players, and if they choose to speedrun or not, if it gets beaten, then I'll probably go for it again, no matter if people are streaming or not. I mean, obviously, this is just like complete like luck that he was also streaming in my game as well. Yeah. Like, I had no intention of going for it, like to queue his games or whatever.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not taking anything away from your run. I'm not trying to say that you guys plan to get into the same game, so either one of you got the run. That's not what I'm implying here. I'm just saying, like, say you were looking from an outsider's perspective, would you still, like, say Auto got, like, say it was too, like, Auto and Evident in the game, for example, because you said that the snipers one is unverifiable, which is completely understandable, and I agree with that, they shouldn't be verifiable, but because there was a different speed run in the game, could you, like, do you think that would still 100% a good run? Does that make sense? I would say
it's a good run. Yeah, I don't think you could, like, really take anything away from it, but yeah. I'm not going to be, like, egotistical and saying I could have done that exact run without Auto. Like, Auto definitely helped, but exactly. I think I could still in maybe a couple hours or a couple days I could probably still get it, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm not taking away
with the right time and the right RNG. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, because Yellowfish beat it without anyone in the game. That's what I'm saying. I'm not taking it away from you, the fact that you couldn't get a speed run. I'm just saying that it was really nice to have Auto's help. The only reason I say this is because I'm not going to get too much into it, because I don't want to trigger anyone. There's a CubeCraft Egg Wars speedrun. I haven't checked in a while to see if it's verified or not. But in it was verified last time I checked. I can't remember if it got taken away. The Egg Wars speedrun, there are two people in the game who are, from my perspective, blatantly teaming, and the speedrun got verified. So these two people, the reason I'm bringing up your one, Jake, is because I want to make it very clear I'm not accusing you and Auto of teaming here, and I know you weren't. What I'm trying to say is, this Egg Wars speedrun, there were two speedrunners in the same game, but coincidentally at the very, very end, they go separate ways, even though their islands are next to each other, and at the very, very end, one of them void by failing a bridge. If you watch the speedrun back, from my perspective, it looks like that was rigged for someone to get the record. But that's the reason. Do you understand a bit more now why I brought up yourself and Auto, because of that situation there? Does that make sense?
Of course.
Obviously, it's different scenarios though.
Yeah, I mean, it getting verified as well is... I mean, I don't know if you know Orbitzz, but, like, there's no just specific, like, speedrun moderators. There's Hive speedrun moderators, there's CubeCraft speedrun moderators, so they all have, like, different opinions of what's allowed and what's not, or what's not allowed.
I just still thought I'd bring it up in case anyways.
But yeah,
so I know they're different moderators. I think it's still very sick that you got speedrun. And now you hold the Skywars Solo world record speedrun, you hold the Skywars Solo win streak world record, and you hold the Skywars Duo win streak world record. Are you gonna go for the squads one?
I've got the trios one as well, but yeah,
you have the trio
squads.
Is that verified? Is that verified? Yes. Why? What is your obsession with Skywars?
We didn't even lose that. We didn't even lose that that like run as well. We just had to go. It was like 50 and we had to go.
What is the obsession with Skywars? Is there an obsession there, Jake? Do you have?
I don't think it's an obsession. I think it's just like a good skill I have of just maintaining a lot of games, playing a lot of games right. Yeah, having really like good situational awareness.
I have a bone to pick with you. We were meant to hold the Skywars Joe win streak.
Oh, yes.
You went and betrayed me for Quixotic Eagle, and now you guys hold the... Can we try and beat that again, Jake? I mishold it. I
think we probably can. I think we probably can.
Yeah,
I mean,
Eagle
did kind of throw, you know, he died about 10 times during the world record, which by the way is 89, which is almost 100. I'm so mad it's not 100.
That's why I want to get 100 with you, Jake. Can we get 100 together?
I think we can get 100. Honestly, I think we can.
Alright, cool. We'll go for it at one point.
But yeah, I mean, Eagle threw that whole thing. I died once. No, okay. I died once in that whole run, and that was at the very end. Where
Yeah, but when you last alive and you died, Jake, when it wasn't it you who died to lose the world record? To lose
no, it wasn't me. It was Eagle. He had to clutch up, and I kept telling him, Eagle, you're not in full diamond. Get a diamond chest plate, please. Do not, please. I beg.
Did he get a diamond chest plate?
He didn't get a diamond chest plate. And guess how much?
89 is still sick though.
And guess how much health he died on?
Half
or
a
he
heart, right?
died from. Yeah. The other guy doesn't have a heart.
That's like triggering, honestly.
I know.
I mean, we got 49, which is pretty good. Only 40 less than that, so you know.
Yeah.
I like, but obviously you enjoy Skywars, you're good at it, so it's pretty sick. Does like obviously you're not an egotist. I mean, you refer to yourself as God. That's not the point. You're not an egotistical person. You're not cocky. Does it feel good holding all of these records?
Yeah, I mean, literally, as soon as you load up speedrun.com now, it's just me and Yellowfish at the front, which I think is sick because we're really good friends.
I at least want third, man. Chocolate Sea Boys on top. I need to get third. Why don't you just put on my account and get third for me? Well, okay. What would you do if you broke? Say you logged into my account and you played one game of Skywars and you broke the world record. What would you do? I'd
probably just tell them like I did it because I don't know. I couldn't live with myself saying that you got it.
Account.
I know, but like, it actually did. There's no way that's a lie.
Oh, it has to be. Anyways, we've established that you're good at speedrunning, you're good at winstreaking. I'm decent at winstreaking. I got like a 20-something on Treasure Wars, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
We also nearly beat myself and Jay Borrow nearly beat the Juro's one, actually, but we all didn't track our stats.
A little bit of throwing, but yeah.
Well, no, we actually beat it, but we had to restart because we didn't track our stats, which was really bloody annoying. Beers ways. But yeah, you're good at Skywars, obviously. And are you gonna go for any Treasure Wars or survival games? Because I know Avery recently got a full game SG, which is nuts. Killed every single person in the game. And now I'm not sure if it's been verified yet. They hold the survival games win streak world record. So
I mean, I will say this, like, Danny suggested when I was talking to him in VC and I told him I got the world record like that night. Danny suggested, why don't you go for like getting every like win streak
that's what
world record on speedrun.com for a video, which could be sick. I mean, it could be possible. I
can help you with the Joy ones if needs be. I'd like to say I'm a decent. I've gotten a lot better over time, I think. Obviously, still not as good as you, but I think I'm decent at the game.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say like murder mystery and stuff, but like probably like the 3 main PvP games could be a sick video.
SG, Skywars, and Treasure Wars are the ones that are on speedrun.com, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, as long as you enjoy it, and who knows, lads, a few months down the line, you might see Jake hold every single win streak record, unless I decide to take it from him, you know, so... So we've established that Jake loves speedrunning, especially Skywars. Skywars has bows. Hypixel gun game in Cops and Crims has guns. There's a new Hypixel game. It's called Gun Game. It comes under the Cops and Crims set a game mode or lobby on Hypixel. Have you ever played Cops and Crims by any chance, Jake, or am I going to have to...
I think I've played it once or twice with a couple content creators just for fun, but I don't really have any experience.
So I need to take lead.
Minecraft gun game specific. No, yeah.
Okay, so there's 4 different sections of this. One of the games are new, which I will leave till last. I just want to give a quick rundown of what Cops and Crims are. So there's one game called Defusal in this. It's a search and destroy from CSGO. You get money per round to buy guns, to buy weapons, buy armor, etc. And then obviously you have to either plant or defuse the bomb, depending on what team you're on. Have you ever seen CSGO gameplay by any chance, Jake?
Yeah, I used to be a big COD fan. Yeah, I'm aware of that.
COD isn't CSGO, Jake.
It's similar game modes.
No, but CSGO is different because you get money and you have to buy... Have you never watched a CSGO search and destroy game, Jake?
No, I don't think I have.
Okay, go after this stream, alright? I want you to go after the stream and I want you to have a look
at
a CSGO game, alright? Anyway, so basically, it's search and destroy from Call of Duty, sort of, except for you get money and you can buy specific guns rather than having a specific loadout, if that makes sense to you.
So kind of like Valorant, right?
Funny enough, haven't watched Valorant, so I guess...
You haven't watched Valorant?
Yeah, so, okay, we both have a little bit of research to do after the stream then. Inside Minecraft, lads, talking about Valorant and CSGO. The next game is, there's also a challenge game, which I didn't get to play because you need a party of like 8 or something. I don't have that many friends, so I couldn't sadly play that game. I'm assuming it's decent. There's also Team Deathmatch. This is the exact same as Call of Duty. You said you're a big Call of Duty fan. What was your favorite COD, Jake?
Because I played it the most, probably BO3, which is kind of kind of a
You're
overrated game, I
young,
would
though.
say.
You're part of the younger generation. You know?
I played a bit of BO2, but I'm into BO3. I enjoyed the mechanics of it.
So Modern Warfare 3 is my favorite. Personally, I loved Modern Warfare 3. Not the remastered one. No. The OG one on PlayStation 2. Funny enough, the only game, and it's the most hated one that I got Prestige Master on, is Call of Duty Ghosts, which I also really like that as well. But everybody hates it, so I'm not going to get into that.
No, you can't be doing that.
I enjoyed Call of Duty Ghosts inside Minecraft, lads. You know, the topic, the podcast, all about Minecraft. We're talking about Call of Duty Ghosts. But yeah, that was one of my favorite ones. Anyways, Team Deathmatch, obviously 2 different teams. Can't remember the sizes. You get to change your gun mid-game, which is pretty cool. You can also use a grenade and stuff on a cooldown. And there's a knife, which is like 20 damage. The aim is a little bit weird. Also, one of the snipers, if you crouch in, it like aims in. I got a quick scope. I wish I recorded now, but I got a quick scope.
Yeah, what are the hitboxes like? Have you like experimented with that?
No, I just know that like the hitboxes are normal PvP ones, I believe.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure the guns are like bows, but they're guns, if that makes sense. Anyways, that was really fun. I enjoyed that. And then I decided to try the brand new game mode, Gun Game, which, Jake, I know you haven't played. I played Gun Game. I played these all the other day. This is once again the exact same as Call of Duty. But do you know how in Call of Duty you can knife people to take them back a gun?
Yeah, exactly.
That isn't on Hypixel. That is the only feature it's missing. But you
really?
Yeah, so you got up guns and then you do end with a knife. The final gun is a knife that does extra damage. I played like 2 games and I was dog at it, so I didn't get to the knife, sadly. I don't think you can throw it. I think it's just a normal knife. Either way, it was pretty sick, and it's just exactly like Call of Duty but in Minecraft, which is just, it's something I never thought I'd see on a Minecraft server, like that kind of idea. Probably something we're never going to see on the Bedrock feature server, which was kind of sad. I wouldn't mind a Galactite Playground gun game. Would you, Jake?
I mean, it might be like the wrong kind of target audience, but you know, it'll be pretty fun.
I mean, you know, I wouldn't mind loading up Playground and being like, oh yes, defusal, search and destroy Galactite. I mean, I know some of the Galactite staff watched the last podcast because we mentioned Galactite. If you're watching this podcast as well, think about it. I mean, I wouldn't mind going game and Playground alongside fill the gaps. That'd be great. You know, so but yeah, you play Gun Game. Just give us your thoughts on Gun Game as a whole, then, Jake. I guess it's pretty much the exact same as Call of Duty. So what are your thoughts on?
I mean, it wasn't one of my like favorite games because I wasn't incredible at like solo gamers. I prefer team deathmatch a lot in like team games.
Yeah.
Because you weren't always gonna get like shot in the back or the side or whatever. You only had really like a couple directions to look at.
Yeah, and you had a team.
In gun game, like and solo kind of game modes, like you just have to look literally everywhere, and a lot of the time you just get spawn killed pretty easily.
So yeah, it's I mean, I enjoy Gun Game. I got rolled, like I said, but Gun Game was also like one of my favorite ones. Maybe in the future, Hypixel will think about bringing Infected, which was my favorite Call of Duty game. I know this isn't really Minecraft related. What was your favorite Call of Duty game then, Jake? Not game. I mean like Search and Destroy, Team Deathmatch, Free For All, like game mode. What was your favorite one, if you have any on the top of your head?
I quite like Domination. And Team Deathmatch, yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. I liked Infected. That was my favourite one. I got a nuke on that once. Yeah, Call of Duty Ghosts, funny enough. You know, the one that everyone hates. But yeah, that's the new Hypixel game. We're not going to really go too much into it this week, so there's not much to talk about compared to last week's one. Plus, Shay doesn't know too much about it. But if you want to play the new Hypixel game, you can go to Hypixel yourself if you have Java Edition, and you can try Gun Game for yourself. I can't think of a single good transition idea, so I'm sadly going to have to say that this is the end of the Inside Minecraft podcast, the podcast regarding everything you need to know inside Minecraft. This is a longer episode like you all wanted. We've been recording for over an hour. I don't know how long the actual podcast is going to be. Thank you, Jake, for joining me again today. You've been a great co-host these last 2 episodes.
Thank you, Orbitzz. You know, I've had a lot of fun recording these. You know, we got down some grindy topics, and I've been enjoying it.
And like I said, we made a longer episode this time, so hopefully you all stuck through it and enjoyed it. If you're listening on Spotify, then make sure to go check us out on YouTube, Inside Minecraft. Or if you want to see highlights, I don't know what highlights we're going to take from this podcast, but I'll find some. It's Inside Minecraft highlights. And vice versa, if you're listening on YouTube, then go check us out on Spotify, Inside Minecraft. Thank you once again, Jake. Obviously, go check us out on our individual channels. Thank you all for watching. This is the podcast, like I said, Inside Minecraft. I'll see you all later. We'll see you all later. Have a good one, and bye.